If you look at the background of a lot of startup founders, you'll start seeing a trend. Yes, they're ambitious. Yes, they're looking to achieve something, but they almost all come from a background of risk, of being okay to take a risk, right? And one of the fields that is very well known for this is product management. I used to always wonder, why do so many startup founders come from product management? Like, is it just luck, coincidence? Is it a strategy? Hey, I'm going to be a product manager and then a startup founder. Um, and then I realized, no, it's because you've been training for a startup, an entrepreneur, for a founder's life the day you set foot into a product management job. It's the ultimate boot camp. Here's why. Product management is really, in a nutshell, a founder simulator. I mean, think about it, right? You usually have limited resources, unclear paths, politics to deal with, shipping a product under pressure. And oh, wait, did I just describe the product management job or a startup? You're trying to sell an idea internally, you're trying to rally engineers together to build something, going back and forth with design. You're juggling feedback from customers, from your CEO, from your manager. You really are the CEO of the product. And I've been a senior product manager, lead product manager at multiple startups, and you fight a lot of fires in startups, right? Some app goes down, some page goes down, some feature doesn't work for customers, and every fire drill you survive will be one less shock that you'll find as a founder. But what are maybe like three superpowers that separate product managers that are average from product managers that'll thrive as CEOs? Here's my take. Number one, and this I think is going to be very, very critical: customer obsession. Product managers talk to a lot of users. The more, the better. But great ones listen more than they speak. This is a very, very niche skill, important skill to have to really absorb feedback in before sort of giving their input. And great founders exhibit that sort of behavior, right? Two is thriving in ambiguity. Product managers sometimes have to make a decision with only having 60% of the data. And sometimes there's a lot of uncertainty. Guess what? That's also startups. Startups are actually uncertainty on steroids, right? And product managers are weirdly comfortable there, right? Like, it'll be okay. And then lastly, and I think this is an important point as well, is the cross-functional muscle, which you really start to like develop as a product manager, being able to work with different teams: engineering, design, marketing, sales, legal. And if you're a startup, maybe that all of those teams is, a person. You have only one marketing person, you have only one legal person. So you you're able to navigate these situations, and this translates very well to being a founder, because now you're doing the same thing, just at maybe a little bit of a bigger scale. But I will say there is a caveat. Not all product managers will make great startup founders, right? If you're a product manager with a company and 50,000 person plus people, take 6 months to build something and ship, you might have to jump through more hoops to make it as a startup founder, right? Because you're not going to be completely shifting to a different structure, right? You cannot wait 6 months to ship. You might not even have enough money to survive 6 months as a startup founder, right? Great founders just move. They make decisions and they try to move. Yes, it's important to have data. Yes, it's important to have a plan, but there is definitely a thing as over planning. I knew a product manager that took 6 months to build an MVP of a product, only to realize that the users didn't really want the feature. They weren't willing to pay for it. And they were like, oh, this is nice, but they weren't going to pay for it. And that breaks your whole business model, right? Versus a friend of mine actually a couple of months ago was literally just having conversations with people and would just show them a Figma, a design prototype of the idea before he even built anything, right? Just showing them that and getting feedback. And two people signed up to prepay for that product. So it goes to say, like, speed wins, and speed also helps you iterate, right? Maybe you are building the wrong thing. It's okay. It's better to always know that earlier than later. So if you're looking to transition as from a product manager to a CEO, or if you're new to the entrepreneurship game, here's what I would personally do. One is trying to have some structure to de-risk whatever your idea is as fast as you can. Build ugly. Don't try to be too perfect at the start. Try to be as finicky, as hacky, as ugly as possible, and try to see if you can talk to your real user, right? Hopefully you know who your user is going to be. It's not going to be the whole world, right? It'll be a small subset. Try to see if you can get in a room with them. And 3 is ditch perfection. Speed will be your ally. I know it's cliched, but speed will be critical, right? It's a very competitive market in the world as it is. Tech itself is very competitive. And that's just the industry right now. So speed will always win, right? The moral of the story is like great founders, they don't necessarily build the greatest product from day one or month one or even the first year, but they build momentum, right? They built that feedback loop, that iterative loop of being able to secure the next milestone, the next thing. And it might not be perfect, but every step along the way, they get better and better. And that's the key, like building momentum. If you're a product manager or entrepreneur, please feel free to subscribe. I'll be dropping by more tips every week. Cheers.